morning everyone. Welcome back to the class of chemistry. This is Ayushi Sharma, your chemistry teacher. Now, don't forget to like my videos and subscribe my channel if you have not done. So, let's recapitulate what we have done in the last video. We have done about the ions, right? How these ions are formed, what are the two types of ions, and we have done the formation of two types of ions as well. Let's revise the topic one more time. Ions. When we talk about ions, we know that when atom loses or gains electron, in order to be a stable one, or you can say that in order to attain stability to satisfy the octet rule. So, an atom loses or gains electrons and forms an ion, right? These ions are of two types. First, cations, that is positive, and the second one is anions, that is negative. We know that whenever atom loses electron, it forms a positive charged ion which is known as cation. Why it is so? Because in an atom, the number of positive and negative charged particles are equal, right? So whenever an atom loses its electron, the number of positive particles are more as compared to negative. That's why the cation gets positive charged. Okay. In case of anion, what happened? When any atom gains the electron, so number of negative charged particles becomes larger as compared to positive charged particles. So definitely the overall charge on the ion will be negative, and the name of the negative ion is anion. Before moving further for today's topic, let me introduce you one term, that is valency. How can we define this term valency? The number of electrons lose or gain by any atom is known as its valency. Or directly we can say that the charge on an ion is valency. For example, sodium. As we know that the atomic number of sodium is 11. So, in the last outermost shell, the sodium is having only one electron left. Fine. So, in order to get stability, what sodium atom does? It loses one electron and get the valency 1. But why I have used positive sign here? Because this positive sign shows that sodium atom loses its electron. In the same way, when we talk about aluminium, the atomic number is 13. Okay? So, in the last shell, it is having 3 electrons, right? So, in order to get stability, aluminium loses 3 electrons. Okay? Now, again, I have used positive sign here, which shows that aluminium atom loses electron. Okay? I am having oxygen, right? It is having 6 electrons in its outermost shell. So, in order to get stability, or you can say that in order to complete its octet, it needs 2 more electrons. So, oxygen atom gain electrons from other atom. That's why its valency I have written here 2. And the negative sign shows here that it takes the electron from other atom. In the same way, in chlorine, I have written -1 here. Why? Because as you know that the atomic number of chlorine is 17 and it has 7 electrons in its outermost shell. Okay. So in order to complete its octet, it needs how many? 1 electron. So it takes the electron. How many electron? It takes 1 electron from other atoms in order to satisfy the octet rule. Hence I have written -1 as a valency. Again I am repeating, beta, when we talk about valency, the number of electrons which any atom give or take from other atom, right? Or simply we can define valency as the charge on an ion. Now, we have discussed about ions, that what are ions, how these ions are formed, what are the two types of ions. We have also discussed the concept of valencies, right? Now, the next we are having what will happen when these positive and negative charged ions combine together. Yes, So today we will be discussing about the formation of ionic compounds. When we talk about ionic compound, it's a combination of two type of elements, that is metals, which always have positive valency and they form cations, and non-metals, and these non-metals are always having negative valency and forms anions, right? When we start writing the formula of ionic compound, the very first thing which we need to remember, that always write the symbol of metal on the left hand side, and the symbol of non-metal we need to write on the right hand side, right? After writing the symbol of metal and non-metal, the next step what we have to write, their valencies. Yes, below the symbol of metal and non-metal we have to write their valency. Okay. And the third step, after writing the valency of metal and non-metal, what we have to do, we have to cross multiply the valencies. What we have to do? Yes, we have to cross multiply the valencies. Let's have a look on some of the examples that how we can write the formula of ionic compounds. Okay. Now, the first example, sodium chloride. As you know that here, sodium is the metal. So first of all, we will be writing the symbol of sodium, and the symbol of sodium is Na, right? Here chloride means chlorine is non-metal, then we have to write the symbol of chlorine. Okay, but before writing the formula of ionic compound, we should know the valency of these metals and non-metals. Here we know the valency of sodium is 1, right? Plus sign shows that it loses electron. The valency of chlorine is -1. Again I am repeating, the first step is to write the symbol of metal on the left hand side and the symbol of non-metal on the right hand side. Below the symbol of metal and non-metal, then we have to write the valency of metal and non-metal, right? After writing the valency, what we have to do? We have to cross multiply the valencies. It means now sodium will get 1 from here and the chlorine will get the valency of 1. But when we write the final formula of ionic compound, we do not use the signs. Here, while writing the formula of sodium chloride, we will not use the sign here, that is positive and negative. And simply we will be writing Na1 and Cl1. Here, as on both the elements, we are having the valency 1. So there is no need to show 1 here. Or simply you can write the formula, that is NaCl. The NaCl will become the formula of sodium chloride. Okay. Now, let's understand the concept of ionic compounds with some more examples. Okay. Here, let me show you one more example. For example, magnesium chloride. Again, magnesium chloride. Here, magnesium is a non-metal. So, write down the symbol of magnesium on the left hand side first of all. Then write down the symbol of chlorine, as only these two elements are involved. Okay. Then write down the valency below these symbols. We know that the valency of magnesium is 2. Why? The atomic number of magnesium is 12 and in the outermost shell it is having 2 electrons. So it loses 2 electrons in order to get stability. So the valency of magnesium is +2 and the valency of chlorine we know that -1. Now again the third step, that is cross multiply the valency. So how much magnesium will get? Yes, magnesium will get valency 1, but there is no need to show 1. And chlorine will get valency 2. But as I told you that in writing the final formula we do not use signs. So the formula of magnesium chloride is MgCl2. I hope you have understood the concept of ionic compounds. How we can write down the formula of ionic compounds. Again, time for an assignment. Some more questions I have given you on the basis of today's topic. So go through these questions and try to understand and try to attempt these questions. If you have any doubt, so you can ask during online session or you can comment on YouTube channel. Have a great day ahead.